Hello, good morning, children. Vishruti ma'am is here. Hello, everyone. Hi. So, we will start today's lecture. But before that, I told you in last lecture we had done chapter number 10. In chapter number 10, we had discussed about the three organs of government: legislature, executive, and judiciary. Right. Organ number 3, judiciary, we are not studied in detail. We will study this topic in chapter number 11. But remaining two organs of government, first one is legislature and the second one is executive. We have studied in detail in chapter number 10. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, required qualifications for the membership of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, minimum present numbers of member in Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, that is known as quorum. Then when will bill become an act? These all are including in legislature, legislative assembly, legislative council, also including in legislature. Then president, vice president, functions and powers of president, qualifications for president, then governor. These all are including in executive. That is second number of organ of government. Right? Today we start chapter number 12. Part Civics, chapter 12. Indian democracy. Students, please complete your fan note because mostly within 1 week your book checking will come. So I hope your all book is well done. Okay? So please complete your fab book with full exercise. Hello friends. At the last of this video, I will give some questions chapter wise. So, in all the chapters, you don't need to write all detailed question answers from the exercise. Only the questions what I called you, tell you that you write in your fan note. Okay? You should write only that questions. This came only for the detailed question answers. Otherwise, 1 mark, short notes, then explanation of the sentence or statement, that all are you have to write all the questions. But in detailed questions, only you write what I tell you in today's lecture. Okay? So now we start the chapter number 12, Indian democracy. As we all know, India is a democratic country. So, in this chapter, we discuss about our democracy, our country's democracy. How is our democracy? We discuss in detail. India has the highest number of voters in the world. Population-wise, India is the largest democratic country of the world. This amazing democracy is more than 6 decades old. During this period in India, there has been many political upheavals and up and downs. The Indian democracy is sustained due to the dedication and insight of its citizens. we should study in detail the characteristics feature of Indian democracy. Most last 60 years is Yada. Our democracy is amazing because we have a large, highest number of voters in the world, or more. All we know, population wise, our country is largest democratic country in the world. So first, we discuss about election in democracy. What is process of election? How is it? All we discuss in detail. So election in democracy. In the world, many countries have democracy. In spite of democracy, there exist differences in governance of these countries. Most of the countries in the world have democracy. Still, different governance of this country. In democracy, a voter caste is on what? The right to vote remains the same in each democratic country, though the country's governance may vary. Mostly in democracy, voter caste is on vote, right? So, right to vote remains same in every democratic country. Still, country's governance may vary. So, democracy thrives through the voting process of the voter during the election. In our country has a parliamentary system. Our country has parliamentary system. So parliament is the national institutions representing the people. What is parliament? Parliament is the national institutions which representing the people of country. That Parliament of India consists of the President, Vice President, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. As we all know that, right? Because we discuss in chapter number 10. As mentioned in earlier chapter, Rajya Sabha is the upper house and the Lok Sabha is lower house. The state has the legislative assembly. Some state have legislative council also. And a voter is at the center in forming a Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, legislative assembly or legislative council. A voter is center in the forming of Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha, legislative assembly, council, etc. In our country, all the governing bodies are elected through voting. Like our PM, elected through voting, CM, Chief Minister, Prime Minister, all the governing bodies, all the posts of government are elected through what? Thus, democracy is realized by election. Topic number 2, democracy and voter. A person who gives the vote in election, that is voter, right? जो पर्सन इलेक्शन में वोट कास्ट कर रहा है दैट इज नॉन एज वोटर. Voter is a very important in democracy because democracy is realized by election, and in election a vote casting doing, right? So vote cast is done by voter. So voter is very important in democracy. Our country has universal adult suffrage. That means a person of 18 years of age or above who is enlisted in the voter list can cast vote, otherwise not. If any person who is a year of age 18 or more but is not enlisted in voter list, then he cannot cast vote. For the cast vote, he has to enlisted in the voter list. It is compulsory. A person who has not declared bankruptcy or is not mentally unstable can vote without any discrimination. The Constitution guarantees a right to vote even amidst illiteracy, poverty, and many similar issues. The system of universal adult suffrage is based on the principle of one person, one vote. That means one citizen can cast only one vote, not more than one. It is the duty of every citizen to vote without greed or fear. And a voter should be aware and vigilant of his right. Means every voter have all the information and all the awareness about the voting, and he should to vote without any fear. The Constitution has provided a right to vote to each of its citizens without a discrimination of caste, creed, religion, or education. In voting system, caste, religion is not matter. Voting is an important process in democracy. In our country, there is universal suffrage. So voting is a right as well as duty of citizen. Every voter should exercise the right to vote. Mostly citizens don't like to cast vote, so that is not good. Every citizen has a duty to cast vote, so they all should exercise the right to vote. Voting is right as well as duty of our duty of citizen. Here we complete the two topic. First is election in democracy, and the second is democracy and water. In the topic of democracy and water, important point is 18 year of age. Please underline some points. Please students underline the points. A person of 18 year of age or above, a principle of one person, one vote. Voting is right as well as duty of citizen. And other points like every citizen to vote without fear. Then Constitution has provided right to each of citizen without discrimination of caste, religion. Okay. These 4 to 5 points is important in this topic. Now we are moving to the next topic. Election. The foundation of democracy. Election is the foundation of democracy. A festive environment is seen during election. That means at the time of election, we see like a festival environment, right? The people can evaluate the representative during election. Then any person who has the prerequisite to contest election can do so. During the time of election, we all see mostly people can evaluate the representative, and any person who has prerequisite to participate or contest in the election and whole environment like one festival, right? Candidates belonging to the political parties as well as independent candidate who do not belong to any political party can participate in election. A person who has the prerequisite to the contest election is either belong from any political party or independent candidates who do not belong to any political parties. In an election, the winning candidate of any party or belonging to the coalition of parties came to the power. In democracy, only with the support of people one can reach to power because voting is done to by people. In our democracy, parliament is the apex body and the basic foundation block is a gram panchayat. So elections are also held in institutions of self-government like gram panchayat, taluka panchayat, district panchayat. Candidates in this institution of local self-government are chosen through election. In democracy, all the governance body is elected by what? Election. So, normally gram panchayat, taluka panchayat, district panchayat, like self-government government are also chosen by election. So, election are conducted in municipality. Election are conducted in municipality, in town, and municipal corporation in cities. So, election is a lifeline of the nation democracy. Please underline this point. Election is the lifeline of the nation's democracy. This is important for the examination. Next point. Elections are very important for the political parties as well as candidate. Election is the barometer of democracy. Please underline this point also. This statement is most important for the examination. In your paper, a question like explain the statement or give reason. Election is the barometer of democracy. So you should uh, write in detail. Okay. Election provides an opportunity to voter to evaluate the contesting candidate. Election uses in new political setup or political waves. It gives a picture of country's social and economic environment, decide the future of government, and contested by the political parties, independent candidates, as well as coalition of the political parties. In parliamentary democracy, the party or coalition of parties having a majority of winning candidates forms the government and comes in power. But obvious, this is all we know. In democracy, a government choose by public through what? You voting system. In voting system, from the public, vote can cast, and then majority vote side, that side is came in power, right? Who is party? A party having majority of winning candidates forms the government and comes into power. So the power is obtained as well as maintained by the support of the people, because uh, one time power is obtained, but uh, till the next election, support of the people also maintained, because in next time, if people can cast vote to our then also same government is remain stable. But if public support the other party in the next election, then this government is not continuing in next in future. So power is obtained as well as maintained by the support of people. So support of people is most important factors in democracy. Election being soul of democracy, it is essential that it is transparent. Then public opinion in democracy. Public opinion in democracy. We have a democratic country. The candidate who wins the election represent the people. In representative system, the ruling party would like to regain and retain its power. Regain and retain its power. To regain and retain its power, it becomes essential importance for the political parties to connect with the public. To maintain and run the government, it becomes essential to consider the public opinion and thoughts for the framing policies or for various questions pertaining to many problems. Because uh, one time you choose as a government through public, but then if you not listen to the public, then in next election the public cannot cast vote to your party. So, after becoming a government, it is essential to consider the public opinion and thoughts for the framing policies or for the various questions pertaining to many problems. Public opinion is highly essential for the political parties, representative and organization. It is most important, right? Public opinion is the most important for political parties, representatives, and organization. Collective public opinion is extremely important. That means very important in democracy. Strong and organized public opinion is very important in our democracy. Malfunctioning of the government can be presented through the public opinion. Strong and organized public opinion. That means a public opinion is most important is important, but his or her vote is casting without any fear, that is most important. So public opinion help in creating such a condition where the government cannot afford the misrule or neglect the country. This is the benefit of democratic country. What public opinion help in creating such a condition where the government cannot afford to misrule or neglect the country. This one is the benefit of democracy. Alert and intelligent public that keeps itself informed cannot be misled by the government. Various medium in the modern times have proved to be very important in creating public opinion. So let us obtain detailed information of this medium. So next topic, medium of public opinion formation in democracy. We will start in our next lecture. Now I show you some questions which will you write in Fairbook, because in starting this video I told you that all the questions of detailed answers you should not write in your Fairnote. So in chapter number 1, you should write all the three detailed questions. Listen, brief questions and MCQ questions, like questions, all the questions you have to write. But questions in detail, you should not write all. But in chapter number 1, only 3 questions are there. So you should write all these 3. Okay? Then chapter number 2, you write the question number 1. Discuss the process of establishment of colonies in West Europe, Asia and Africa. This question you write in detail. Then explain the factor. You write only the head points of the factors, not in detail. Detailed informations you read 2 to 3 times and learn. But you do not need to write. Okay? Not need. Then second, effect of First World War. So in this question, only head points you need to write, not in detail. Okay? Then chapter number 8. See students, I give you some relaxation in detailed questions, right? Some questions you need to write only head points and only topics, not in detail. So now your turn. You also support me. You should complete your fun note at that time and regularly. Okay? So in chapter number 8, explain the statement. All are not important. I take the questions which you not need to write. Question number 3, preamble serve as compass. It is not important, so not need to write. Then you read and learn, but not write. Okay? It will come in examination. But it is not right. Wait, just a minute. Wait, please. Question number 3. Exactly. I repeat. Question number 3 and question number 7. Explain the statement. Question number 3. Preamble serve as a compass and India is an integral and indivisible federation. These two statement is not that much important. That's why you not need to write in fair note. But that doesn't mean that this type of questions will not coming in your paper. That is relaxation for the fair note only. Then the question is the okay. Remaining all is important, but question number 4. Indian Constitution is the inclusion of federal unitary. This one is also not need to write. Okay. So question chapter number 1, 2 and 8. Now you will complete your fun note and question chapter number 9 and 10 for the question of that chapter I'll give you in next video. So here we complete our lecture. Okay, goodbye everyone. I hope you all are regular in your fun note. Okay, goodbye everyone. Goodbye. Wait. Last point is that in today's homework, nothing related to chapter number 12, but the common homework. Please complete your file book. Okay, complete your file book is today's your homework. Nothing else. Okay. Now, finally, goodbye, everyone.